Hey there, today I'm going to show you how to change oil in a 2001 to 2006 LS430. Real simple, you just need your oil, which is going to be 5W30. You need 5.4 quarts. You need your oil filter if you're going to replace it, which I always do. Do this about every 5,000 miles. Also, you're going to need a 14mm socket and a 10mm socket. From there, it's pretty simple. I'm just going to put the camera on the GoPro and show you guys all the steps, and I'll leave links to all the products in the description. And if you've got any questions at the end of the video or any point, just let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. So one thing I like to use, I have a little ProLift creeper, and I also have a collapsed cardboard box because I'm going to take this oil drain pan and stick it on top of the box, and that'll keep any oil from getting on your driveway. Also, I have the car up on rhino ramps and have the back wheels chocked. I have the parking brake on. And also I went with Mobil 1 Extended Performance High Mileage because my car has 218,000 miles on it. And again, it's the 5W30. So I get a 5-quart jug and then also get an extra quart because it should take 5.4 when you change the oil filter. This is the oil filter here. Here's your part number 90915YZZ D3. I think it's the same for all years. I like to take the oil fill cap out to help the oil drain, and you want the engine to be up to a certain temperature. You don't really want it to be super hot. I've driven the car around and I let it sit for about 30 minutes after driving it, so oil should still be pretty warm but shouldn't be scalding hot. I'm going to get under here with this 14mm socket wrench, and I've got it turning left for the lefty loosey to remove the bolt. Your drain bolt is right here. Make sure you get this pan underneath there. Let's see if I can get some leverage on this. Actually, hand loosen it now. It's still pretty warm. Let that drain on out. While the oil's draining, I'm going to switch over to my 10mm socket, and there's a bolt right here and a bolt right there. This is where your oil filter is. You don't really even need a socket wrench to get these off. They're usually not super tight. Come right off. There's one. There's the other one. And the thing you can do is pull this flat back. A lot of people take this whole underguard off, but you can pull this flat back and now you've got access to your oil filter right there. And another cool thing is there's a hole right here in this plastic under tray, and there's a matching hole in this flap. Stick the bolt up in there and kind of turn it a couple times and it'll hold this flap. So that keeps you from having to take this whole, all the bolts off. You know, if you want to do it that way, you can take all these bolts off. There's probably 12 of them, maybe more, 10mm bolts to take this whole under tray off. I don't want to do that though. I'd rather take 2 out and pull this flat back. So now I've got access to the oil filter, and I hand tightened it last time, so I'm able to loosen it. But for now, I'm just going to turn it just maybe a quarter of a turn. I'm going to wait for the oil to quit draining, put the drain plug back in, and then move the pan underneath this. So I'm going to do that next. So the next couple steps are things I like to do. I like to take this crush washer off, this old one, and replace it with a new one before I put the drain bolt back in. Also, I've got the oil filter here. I'm going to take a little bit of oil out of this new oil container, get it on my glove here, and put it on the gasket here on the new oil filter, just to help it get a proper seat. Some people fill the oil filter. I actually might pour a little bit in just to keep it from dry starting. Just let that sit in there. So now I got my drain bolt with the new washer on it. I'm going to go under here and put this in. It's pretty much at a slow drip now, so I'm going to wipe this off a little bit and go ahead and put the drain bolt in. Just hand tighten it first and make sure you clean this area off. righty-tighty. I don't know the torque specs, but I got it pretty tight, hand tight, and then I went about another maybe 1/8 of a turn. So it's on there good. And again, just wipe it off. Job done there. Now I'm gonna have to move this over here. This pan under your oil filter, because there's gonna be a lot of oil come out of here too. Let's see it starting here. Pull this back some. And again, I just hand tighten this, so I'm getting it off by hand pretty easily. There we go. So now I've got the new filter with me. I'm going to make one point, and there's not a lot of light under here, but you want to check the surface up here and make sure there's not a gasket from the last filter. I visually inspected the last filter and the gasket is still on there, so I don't have a problem, but you just always want to make sure that that is the case, that the gasket did not stick to this surface up here. And the other thing is, you want to clean it with a little rag or towel or something just to get anything off there. And I'm going to put this new filter on. Just going to hand tighten it on here. And there's some oil in there, so it might come out. Try to get it on there though without spilling too much. Sun's coming out, but got it going now. Just hand tighten it. Doesn't have to be on with any Herculean strength. You just want it on there hand tight. So here we go. Kind of slick. I got oil all over me. So it's on there. Hand tight. Good to go. Now we can start filling the oil. So now we're topside, and again, this is extended performance, high mileage, Mobil 1 5W30. And it's a 5-quart jug here. Pop the top. Push that thing in, and then I got a little funnel up here. So I'm going to empty this whole jug. One of the tricks to this that I found somebody did was turn the jug sideways when you pour, and you'll pour a lot better. So I'm going to turn it sideways, start to pour it. So I've got a little 1-quart jug here. I'm going to basically pour it down to where I see it's more in this half range. Now this is about half a quart or so. So I feel pretty good about where it is now. What I'm going to do now is button everything up and start the car, make sure there's no leaks, and then I'll get it down off the ramps and wait a little while, maybe 10 or 15 minutes, and then check the oil level and feel as necessary. Alright, so here we are inside the car. Fire this thing up and make sure I don't hear any crazy noises and I don't see any leaks. There we go. Running smooth. Temperature is low. There's a store. No crazy lights on. So if you want to set your maintenance reminder, first thing you want to do is check your mileage. So I'm at 218, 284. I'm going to hit option here, and I'm going to hit information, and then maintenance, and engine oil. It's right here. And I'm just going to do distance. I'm going to do 5,000 miles. Hit distance, 5, 1, 2, 3, 5,000. Hit OK. Hit OK again. And there we go. So now I've got engine oil reminder at 5,000 miles. And I can go to option again, and I like to do this display screen off. Give it a little rev. Sounds good. Check for leaks. Get it off the ramps and check your oil level again after about 10 or 15 minutes, and then if you need to top it off, do that. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. See you guys on the next one.